Hello guys, welcome back to another Bible study video, and today we are going to be talking about worrying. Like I mentioned in the last video, I've just really been praying to God for direction in the Bible study series, and He has told me to just start with the things that God has been teaching me lately in my life. And last week I talked about being content through Christ. Today we're going to be talking about worrying. We're going to be talking about why we shouldn't worry, and also how we can work towards not worrying as much. Because I feel like a lot of the times when I'm worried, I feel like, oh, if I'm a good Christian, I shouldn't worry about anything, which can kind of be true, but a lot of times people say that and then they don't give you anything to like go off of to help you get past that worry. Because if you're a person with anxiety like me, if somebody says, oh, just don't be anxious about it, you can't. So I hope that with today, I'm going to give you some of the answers that God has given me. Spoiler alert, it's not a like magical thing you can do for this worry to go away. It's something you have to work with. But hopefully by sharing all this, it will help you guys who are worriers like me. The Bible verse that I wanted to start with today is 1 Phillipians 4:6, and I specifically wanted to talk about this verse for a few reasons, but let me go on ahead and just read it to you. It says, don't worry about anything, instead pray about everything. That's the part of the verse that you often hear quoted, but what most people don't know is there is more to that verse. It continues and it says, tell God what you need and thank Him for all He has done. Very key point to that. The first thing I want to talk about with worry is there is this misconception that we can just pray to God and then it'll all magically go away. Yes, God is super helpful. God wants to help us be successful. God wants to see us be successful. He can help us. However, you still have to do your part. The biggest analogy that I tell myself and others all the time is you can't pray to God to pass a test in school and not study, not prepare yourself at all, not show up for class, and then just magically think that you're going to pass the test. You still have to do your part. And that's not to say that God can't do everything on His own, but 9 times out of 10, you are a part of His will and His plan for that worry to go away from you, and you can't not sit out on your part and expect for everything to be solved. In the same way, this has spoken a lot to me lately. We can't just pray and pray and pray that others will find, and this may just be specific to me, but we can't just pray and pray and pray that all these people in our life that may not know Christ as much as we want them to, and just hope that magically somehow they find Christ. We still have to be that light to them and plant that seed with them. That might be awkward. It might be a little nerve-wracking, but you still have to do it. You might be the person in God's plan that is going to help that person find God. So, like I said, disclaimer, God can do whatever He wants. He's very powerful, but most of the time, He's probably going to try and use you in His plan to help get rid of your worries. So, you can't just pray and then hope everything goes away and not do your part. Now, getting into how do we actually get rid of worry? First of all, we have to trust God fully, which is very hard. If you're a planner like me, I like to know exactly what's going on. I like to know exactly where I'm supposed to be, when I'm supposed to be, when this problem is going to be solved. I like to know exactly all the problems that can happen, and I want to be the one to fix them because I want to fix it on my time and in my way. But if we fully trust God and give it to Him, then our worry will go away because we'll stop stressing about, oh, well, how am I individually going to fix this huge problem that is impossible for me to fix? The second thing that kind of makes it hard to give up the reins and worry is a lot of the time God's plan doesn't always go with our timetable. And so that can be a really hard obstacle to overcome. But over time, and I'm still working on this too, as we build trust with God, we'll slowly learn that that timing is perfect, regardless of what our definition of that timing should be. And lastly, here's the part that everybody, I'm sure, wants to hear. And I'm not saying I'm an expert on getting rid of worrying. I do my fair share of worrying. These are just the things that I am working on myself that have eased the worry in my life, because worry still happens, but I remind myself of these things, and it has helped me to not worry as much. It has helped my anxiety a lot, and it's helped me sleep better at night just by doing these things. Also, if you have any tips for how you have been able to relieve your worries, let me know in the comments below, because I'm always looking for ways to relieve that. First off, and this kind of circles back to what I was talking about with the misconceptions of just praying and then not doing anything about it. Since we have this whole control thing and we want to be a part of fixing that problem or that worry, we need to pray to God that He can show us what our role in His plan is to get rid of whatever it is that's worrying us. So say I'm worrying about, let's just use birth, because in a few months I'm gonna be giving birth again. But say I'm worrying about giving birth. Maybe I need to pray to God and ask Him how I can prepare myself for birth. Or maybe if I have no idea how to get rid of this worry, I need to pray to Him to ask Him what part of His will can I help with to help that worry go away. Is there more prayer that I need to be doing? Is it physically prepping my body for it? What is it? Like, and He will tell you what you need to do. Like I said, with timing, might not always be right away, but eventually He is going to tell you what you can do to help with that plan. The next thing, I've already kind of touched on it, but trust. And for me, trust is a big thing. I'm a big controller. I like to be in control of things, so it's hard for me to trust somebody else, even if it is God, that things are going to work out. But it's something I'm constantly working on. So my constant prayer every day, in pretty much every prayer I say during the day, is for God to help me trust more. Because if you don't have that trust that God is going to relieve your worries and He's going to fix your problems that you have, or He's going to help you see the end of the tunnel, even if that problem doesn't go away, then you're going to still worry because you don't trust that He is going to help you at all. And that just takes time. Like, I'm by no means perfect with trusting, but if I look from here to even a few months ago, I trust God way more than I did then. And it's just because I constantly am working on that. The next is to be patient, which I'm also not the best at. But you've got to be patient, because God's timing is not always going to match up with ours, and that's okay, because His timing is the one that's perfect, even if we don't understand why His part is perfect. Sorry, the lighting is getting weird now, so just ignore that. And the last part is we need to do our part. We've got to listen to God and do as He tells us to do, and be a part of whatever it is that plan is to help our worry go away. In conclusion, you need trust, you need patience, and you need to listen to God so He can tell you how to fix whatever problems or worries it is that you have. I hope that this video helps you a little bit. Maybe you can start your journey to not worrying, and you can continue that journey with me, because knowing me, it's going to be a journey I'm probably on my whole life, because it is just my natural instinct to worry. But like I said, over time, all these things that I've been doing, trying to trust more, praying for more trust, praying to see how I can help in God's will, being patient, all those things that I've been working on have helped a lot to not completely eliminate, but to get rid of a lot of my worries. And it has made the quality of my life way better, because I'm able to focus on a lot of things that are better than all the things that I can worry about in life. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Bible studies go out every Thursday, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.